After working with schools, teachers, parents and children of all ages and backgrounds, I developed a strong passion to explore ways in which parents can help their children. As I went around talking to parents across the country about my research and experience, I learned 3 things. First, children have enormous potential to learn, but for that to happen, we have to acknowledge their special abilities and gifts. Second, I realized the big role, the vital role parents have in fulfilling my passion. And third, I realized there is a strong relationship between well-being of a child and learning power, and both contribute strongly. For many years, hundreds of parents have been asking me, when are you going to write a book for us? Well, here it is. Here are 7 ways parents can help their children to succeed. Number 1, parents need to know that intelligence is not fixed, and we can change a child's learning potential. A person's intelligence and ability to learn is not fixed at birth. We can increase that with support. Sharing this fact with children makes them put in more effort and feel more optimistic about learning. What researchers describe as brain plasticity is the capacity of the brain to change with any kind of learning. We now know that the human brain actually maintains that amazing plasticity throughout life, well into your 80s and 90s. 2, parents need to understand aspects of high ability, intelligence, giftedness and talent. The most frequently asked question by parents to me is my child gifted? How can I help my child to do well in school? The most important message I have to share with you all is that there is no universally accepted definition for any of these words. There are words giftedness, talent, high ability. Parents need to know that a person is likely to show giftedness in specific and specialized fields. So, how about instead of asking, is my child gifted? Ask, what are my child's gifts? Every child has a gift. Nobel Prize winners are recognized for their special contributions in special fields. Number 3, find and develop your child's passion. Most children I have worked with enjoy undertaking passion projects. Some change their passions, some stick to it for life. What it does do, parents tell me, is that it helps children to feel happier and more fulfilled. It reduces anxiety and makes them more resilient. And it's an excellent way also for a parent to find out what the child's special talents are. We know many examples of people like Charles Darwin, Roald Dahl. None of these people were considered to be gifted when they were young. They had a passion and they followed it and they achieved great things. You all know Richard Branson, one of the most successful and respected businessmen. He tells us that, I'm always fascinated by that sentence, there is no greater thing you can do with your life and your work than follow your passions. Let your children know and show what their passions are, help them and encourage them to be curious. Number 4, develop your children's well-being. Parents have a vital role to play in addressing children's well-being. There is a very strong relationship that many young children lack self-esteem, they are subjected to bullying, and many suffer anxiety and can even do self-harm. But you can do something about it. One parent told me, after I talked to you, we started spending some time with my son. We just talked together. Our dinner time now is filled with laughter. And we make up jokes. Even the most pathetic jokes we laugh. And instead of watching television, he spends most of his time writing books about his interests. Our life, his school life, all changed beyond belief. In my recent project, there are many instances of children taking charge of their well-being. Parents tell me that they go around supermarkets looking at the sugar content. They are making charts about how much drinks they should have, how many hours of sleep they should have. And I think give the children the responsibility of looking after their well-being. 5. We need to remember that children's abilities do not depend on their parents' social backgrounds. Your children will have special strengths and abilities, irrespective of how poor or rich you are, what jobs you do. Here is a letter I had from 4-year-old Mia's father. When she started reading shop signs and words on shopping packages, we thought she was just picking these up from our conversations. But when she started reading fluently at the age of 3, we were puzzled. I can't read. My wife can read, but she didn't teach. I am worried because you just don't expect this kind of thing from our backgrounds. Well, following advice, Mia is now at a prestigious university studying medicine. 6. Spend quality time with children. This is the most important of my messages. Many parents tell me they don't have the time to spend with children. But I don't mean spend particular time. I mean talk to children, ask them good questions, and wonder about things with them, and together encourage them to think. And remember, the more you talk, the more you discuss, children are making more connections in their brain. I'll tell you 2 examples of answers from young children to 2 questions, and you will see what I mean. To the question, why is the sky blue? A 5-year-old said, I think the sky is blue because God didn't want it to be green in case the animals got confused. And to the question, why are people different? A 6-year-old said, people are different because we can tell each other apart. If we are all the same, we cannot have a best friend, can you? 7. Fight low expectations and create hope and self-belief in children with special needs. This is something I feel so strongly. Children with special needs and disabilities can do extremely well in school with parental support. For example, Donna is a grandmother who told me about her grandson, Zach, who has severe visual impairment. He cannot see with one eye. And 3 weeks ago, he got into the most prestigious fee-paying school with a scholarship. Zach is very bright, but he is determined not to let his condition bring him down. And his grandmother says it's all because of the parents' support, and grandmother's support is vital too. A few weeks ago, I had an email from a parent who said to me, I was clearing up my attic and I saw some photographs of my son Christopher, who attended your classes 20 years ago. You changed his life and our life because we brought him there because he had turned off education, he wasn't motivated, and he changed, and now he is heading up an IT firm and a successful businessman in the City of London. I wish you all the very best in your efforts to help your children to succeed.